Hello there, Matt here with 5280 Armory. Customers have been asking, what do we think of this new Springfield Echelon? Well, let's start off by talking about some of the features you're going to find. For starters, this pistol's coming out of Croatia from HS products like the XD, XDM, XD Elite, Hellion, Hellcat, some products that you've come to know and trust. This pistol weighs in at about 24 ounces, that's with the magazine in but unloaded. Just about a half ounce more with the extended magazine. Already I find myself liking the grip better than its predecessors, the XD or the XDM. Best way I can put it, it just fits my hand better. For comparison, I brought in the XDM Elite. By comparison, I would say the grip texture is aggressive. I especially notice it on the front and the rear strap. I wouldn't say it bothers me, but I wouldn't say I love it either. The Echelon's grip just melts right into my hand. I don't feel any part of it as being overly aggressive. Springfield calls this adaptive grip texture. They're saying that the more you grip it, the more you're going to feel it become more aggressive. As I'm trying it, I'm not sure I'm noticing it right away, but we'll see what we think later on. The back straps are interchangeable. They include small, medium, and large, and they cleverly designed an armorer's tool at the end that gets hidden up into the grip. You're also going to notice the deletion of the grip safety. A lot of people are going to like this because that grip safety is not for everyone. At the bottom of the grip, you're going to notice a very slight flare, but they've relieved the right and the left side. I'm guessing that's so you can grab the floor plate of the magazine if it should get jammed in the magwell. During normal operation, though, the mag will drop freely on its own. On the inside of the magwell, they've given us a nice chamfer all the way around, and I'll take any advantage I can on a quick, speedy mag change. On the high side of the grip, you'll notice there's not a lot of clearance in between the slide and what I call the beavertail. That's going to give us about the best chance for a low-bore access to grip ratio that we could hope to find. The magazine release is well shrouded to protect against an unintentional mag drop, and no need to call it reversible because it's already ready to go ambidextrous on both sides as is, and that goes for the slide stop as well. On the front strap, just underneath the trigger guard, is a relief cut. That's going to let you get that high grip to get the low-bore access ratio that you're looking for. On other pistols, this area can feel quite sharp. When you're gripping the pistol, it might feel like it's cutting into your middle finger. Not so with the Echelon. It's very rounded and smooth and comfortable. The front of the trigger guard is squared off, and some people like to rest their index finger in this area. Some like to keep it underneath. Either way, there's added texture in both these locations. At the front of the frame, you're going to find a ton of Picatinny rail space, including 4 slots. That's going to be more than adequate for just about any light or laser or combo on the market today. Inside the trigger guard, you're going to find a mostly flat trigger. It has a trigger bar safety. It's the skinny type, not like this flat type that we're seeing on some of the pistols that some people are really liking. The distance in between the bottom of the trigger and the trigger guard is very slight. So if you're wearing gloves or if you like to ride that trigger close to the bottom, there isn't a whole lot of room that anything will get caught up between the trigger and the bottom of the guard. And one more thing about the safety. The trigger safety is the only safety that the shooter will have to engage. We'll let you know if a version with a manual safety becomes available. And lastly, the takedown lever is located on the left side of the frame, and so far as we can tell, it's just about the only thing that isn't ambidextrous. The steel slide has wide serrations at the rear, and they're deep. When you go to engage, there's no slippage going on there. But in addition, we have flares at the right and the left side. I always thought this was a great idea. It gives you more surface area to grab against when you're charging the pistol. I'm surprised you don't see it more often. The front of the slide got the wide and deep serrations just like the rear. But from the top view down, you'll notice that they've relieved quite a bit of material from the left and the right side to give us a couple of flares just like the rear where the barrel meets the slide. That's going to give you a whole lot more surface area when you're charging from this position or press checking. The external extractor doubles as a loaded chamber indicator. If you push on it and look down, you'll notice the color red. However, when we used a snap cap or a live round in the chamber, we noticed that you couldn't hardly see the color red, nor could you feel it. I would suggest they take this extractor back to the drawing board and make it a little bit more oversized. That way you could see it and feel it when it's dark to know whether your chamber's loaded. The front and the rear sight are both drip punch adjustable. This particular version has the tritium front with a U-notch shaped rear. However, if you prefer, you can order it with the 3-dot night sights if you like that better. The optics-ready design is going to please most of you. It's far more user-friendly and accepting of most major brands out on the market today. Quite honestly, it's been a mess trying to keep up with all the different designs, different footprints, trying to figure out which model goes with which sight. There will be 3 self-locking pin sets included. We're going to talk more about this later. 2 come in individual bags that are going to be inside the box. 1 is already installed underneath your optics plate. That's going to allow for 3 different footprints, the RMR, Delta Point Pro, and Shield. Springfield says that should account for about 30 different models on the market today. The design is also plateless. What a relief. Now you don't have to worry about which plate goes to which brand to go back onto the gun. It's also going to allow you to be able to co-witness your combat sights through your optics, and that just makes a ton of sense. The pistol comes with a 4.5-inch hammer-forged melinite-coated barrel, and you can also get it with a threaded barrel as well. And on that note, let's go break this barrel in and experience some of the features we've just been talking about. We'll discuss some of the other items this pistol has to offer in follow-up videos, so please stay tuned. And by the way, we're going to have this pistol for rent and for sale down here at the shop, so come on down and take a look, or rent it on the range. 5280 Armory, Colorado's Gun Shop. We'll see you soon. Hey, and don't forget, if you like watching videos about firearms and supporting your Second Amendment, or you're from another country in which you had a Second Amendment, do us a big favor. Hit that subscribe button so we can keep this channel going. And thanks for watching.